This is the QTV Nightly News, which is also on Q Radio 103.3 FM. And I'm Loliam Kamara. Thank you for joining us. Here are the headlines. The Vice President, Mohamed B.S. Jallow, on Friday presided over swearing-in ceremony of the new Board of Directors of Banjul International Convention Center, formerly the OIC Banjul Secretariat. The National Human Rights Commission, NHRC, in collaboration with the UN Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, and the UNHRC, on Wednesday convened a national dialogue on the right to food. As the world gears up for the World Cleanup Day observed annually on September 20, we highlight local cleanup efforts and environmental advocacy initiatives in the Gambia. In international news, former Togo Defense Minister Marguerite Nyagade, sister-in-law of longtime leader Ford Nyasimbe, has been arrested after calling for his resignation and urging the military to support citizens in ending more than 6 decades of family rule. In sports news, Latrikunda German Upper Basic School emerged as champions of this year's Kewsal-sponsored Gambia Secondary Schools Sports Football Championship female category held at Jara Summer. Those were the headlines. Now, the news in detail. The Vice President, Mohamed B.S. Jallow, on Friday presided over the swearing-in ceremony of the new Board of Directors of the Banjul International Convention Center, formerly the OIC Banjul Secretariat. This follows the Secretariat's transition to a limited liability company, and Sumane Sonyasi was at the event and he filed this report.
This symbolic swearing-in ceremony of the incoming chairperson and board members marks the beginning of a new administration tasked with overseeing the management of the Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara International Conference Center and the VVIP Lounge at the Banjul International Airport. This transition follows the conclusion of the tenure of the outgoing board, which was also chaired by the Vice President. At the ceremony, Vice President Mohamed B.S. Jallow expressed gratitude to President Adama Barrow and the government for their unwavering support, which contributed significantly to the successful hosting of the OIC Summit. He also conveyed confidence in the incoming board's ability to effectively manage both the conference center and the VVIP lounge at the Banjul International Airport.
The government felt that now that we have these two assets that need to be managed, Cabinet took the decision to create a limited liable company so that they will now manage these assets, which means that the former board, our job has now ceased to exist. As a result of this new company, we now have to create some new company directors on the board to run the affairs of this company.
Solicitor General Hussein Tomasi outlined the rationale behind the transformation of the Secretariat into a limited liability company, describing it as a strategic move to enhance operational efficiency and sustainability. He also reaffirmed the competence of the newly appointed board and expressed confidence in their ability to help actualize the President's vision of establishing the Gambia as a leading, internationally recognized destination for high-level conferences. Meanwhile, Information Minister Dr. Ismaila Ceesay says the event marks an important milestone in the country's transformation.
Part of this body, we have a board of directors that would now be in charge of all affairs relating to the Banjul International Convention Center Limited.
It will also bring the needed GDP that we need, but also expose the country to the world. We have the facilities, no doubt, both at the airport, but also here. We have the team, we have the manpower, we have experienced people in the board.
The newly appointed board is chaired by former diplomat Maudo Juara and includes a blend of senior government officials, notably permanent secretaries from various ministries, as well as representatives from the private sector. In his remarks, Mr. Juara pledged to ensure operational efficiency and financial sustainability in the management of the company.
I would like, from the onset, to assure you of my unflinching commitment, dedication, and readiness to collaborate and work with all of you to enable us deliver as expected of us by ensuring operational efficiency, financial sustainability, and to navigate economic fluctuations effectively.
The transformation of the OIC Secretariat is anticipated to generate increased interest in the Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara International Conference Center in Bijilo and the VVIP lounge at the airport. This strategic shift is also expected to attract high-level meetings and conferences, drawing guests from across the globe, particularly from within the sub-region. Antoine Nyasi for KTV News.
In a bid to advance the right to food in the Gambia, the National Human Rights Commission, NHRC, in collaboration with the UN Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, and the UNHRC, on Wednesday convened a national dialogue on the right to food. Answana Esonyasi again.
Held under the theme Right to Food is Right to Life, the event brought together key stakeholders from government institutions, international organizations, and civil society to deliberate on the challenges and opportunities surrounding the right to adequate food in the country. Speaking at the opening of this two-day national convergence, NHRC Chairman Emmanuel Daniel Diouf said the event provides a platform for constructive engagement, awareness raising, and the formulation of practical strategies to advance the right to food in the Gambia. Expressing gratitude to international partners for their support and the government for its dedication to protecting food rights through international agreements and national initiatives, Chairman Diouf emphasized that access to food is a fundamental human right that must be guaranteed for every Gambian.
The right to food, it's fundamental human rights. The National Human Rights Commission was set up to promote and protect the fundamental rights and freedoms. And fundamental rights and freedoms include civil and political rights, economic, social, and cultural rights, the right to a clean environment, and everything else involving human rights. So we are at the center of all matters involving human rights, and we therefore promote and protect fundamental human rights, and the right to food is a fundamental human right.
UN Resident Coordinator Carl Frederick Paul stressed that while significant progress has been made, including the formulation of domestic frameworks and implementation of various programs, challenges remain, and went on to reiterate the UN's commitment to supporting national efforts to advance the right to food. Meanwhile, Dr. Lamin Sonko of the Ministry of Agriculture's National Agricultural Research Institute, NARI, reaffirmed the government's dedication to upholding the right to food, adding that the country's ratification of relevant international treaties and the implementation of domestic legal and policy frameworks are a manifestation of its commitment to safeguarding the right to food.
We have rural poverty, climate shocks, limited access to market, structural constraint in food production and in value chains, and persistent inequalities, particularly for women, girls, and adolescents, which all continue to hinder the full enjoyment of this right.
The fight against hunger and malnutrition continues to remain a high priority for the government. From 2017 to date, the Ministry of Agriculture and its development partners have invested heavily in development projects that support food production and income generation activities, especially in the rural areas of the Gambia.
Participants at this national dialogue are expected to formulate strategies that will advance security in the Gambia, thereby aligning the country's development agenda with global standards on the right to food. The right to food is enshrined in various international human rights instruments, including the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and the International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights, which also underscores the importance of adequate food as essential to the realization of human dignity. Antoine Nyasi for KTV News.
World Cleanup Day, observed annually on September 20, is a global initiative to combat waste by mobilizing millions of volunteers to clean up litter and waste from various environments, such as beaches, forests, and streets. Mam Nabuka highlights local cleanup efforts and environmental advocacy initiatives in the Gambia.
World Cleanup Day is coordinated by Let's Do It World and was officially recognized by the United Nations in 2023 through a resolution urging member states and organizations to engage in cleanup efforts, awareness campaigns, and sustainable waste management practices. Over the past several years, some Gambians, not prompted by central or local government, have taken bold steps to promote environmental cleanliness through a series of organized cleanup initiatives across the country, from markets and streets to beaches and healthcare facilities. Gambia Ocean Heroes, a youth-led group, has pulled more than 900 tons of trash from the coastline since 2018, rallying thousands of volunteers in beach cleanups. Their work goes beyond picking litter. They host educational sessions to change how communities view the ocean and their role in protecting it. Green Up Gambia works with schools and rural communities to plant trees, form eco-clubs, and restore degraded land. Their Climate Circles project reaches all regions of the country, showing that environmental protection is not just a city affair, but a national responsibility. Clean Earth Gambia and Young Volunteers for the Environment lead community cleanups and awareness campaigns on waste management. With plastic waste proving especially persistent, the government has responded with a national action plan to curb plastic pollution and the revival of Setsetal, where neighbors unite to sweep, tidy, and take pride in their surroundings. Activists in the Gambia Environmental Alliance have demanded stronger enforcement of anti-littering laws and greater transparency in projects that threaten forest and coastal ecosystems. In Banjul, Muslims and Christians jointly cleaned the Christian cemetery, a collaboration organized by the Gambia Open Society and the Foundation for Youth Development and Leadership, showcasing early interfaith cooperation for community sanitation. Local councils have not been totally out of the picture. The Kanifing Municipal Council launched gutter cleaning exercises to prevent flooding, followed by a municipal cleaning day promoting waste management and public safety. In rural Gambia, residents of Birkama Ba in the Central River region conducted general cleaning to create healthier surroundings, while the Gambia Maritime Administration carried out beach cleaning exercises at boat landing sites across the Greater Banjul area and West Coast region. International Coastal Cleanup Day saw the National Association of Artisanal Fisheries Operators and the African Confederation of Small-Scale Fisheries Professional Organizations clean the Tangi Fish Landing site. The Directorate of Public Health Services, with the University of the Gambia Medical Students Association, cleaned from Banjul's fish landing site to Atlantic Hotel along Marina Parade. Other initiatives include market cleaning by the Jama Youth Association, Demban Clinic sanitation by the Solidarity Association, and beach cleaning and awareness campaigns by the Juice Pressers Association supported by AHPN. Despite these efforts, challenges remain, including limited waste infrastructure, weak enforcement, and the continued use of single-use plastics. Yet across the Gambia, a new generation of eco-warriors is emerging, sending a clear message. Protecting the environment is not just about cleaning today, but ensuring a sustainable future for tomorrow. Mam Nabuka, reporting for QTV News.
That story by Mam Nabuka will lead us to a commercial break. When we return, we have national, international, and sports news stories. Do stay tuned.
At Ajib Bank, we are more than banking. We build bridges that connect you to pivotal services every day. Do you have government bills to pay to the Gambia Revenue Authority, Comfort, KMC, or the Accountant General's Department? We've got you covered. From payment of customs and domestic taxes to GRA, payment of number plate and vehicle ownership transfer to Comfort, payment of property rates and business license fee to KMC, and payment of MR passport, business registration, fishing license, land fees, sale of assets, lease application, development permits, quarrying royalties, gravel and sand, mining royalties, and a host of other revenue lines to the Accountant General's Department. Walk into any of our branches nationwide and make your payments hassle-free. Either in person or online. Simple, secure, and immediate. With Ajib Bank, there is no need to worry about government bill payments for your vehicles, taxes, licenses, business registration, and any other revenue line. Ajib Bank, passionate about your investment. We've got you covered. Ajib Bank, your investment partner.
Browse with us. QCell brings you a promo like never before. Get unlimited internet for just $25 Cs. Yes, Recharge $25 and enjoy the convenience of free internet from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. every day with our Browse with Us promo. With this amazing offer, you can browse, stream, and download all your favorite movies for free. So why wait? Recharge $25 today and enjoy free internet only with QCell between 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. For more information, call customer care on 111. QCell, Senior Bus, we innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back, and this is QTV News. The Gambia Society for Microbiology and the American Society for Microbiology, in collaboration with the Biomedical Science Students Association of the American International University of West Africa, held a One Health Symposium and launched the American Society for Microbiology Student Chapter. Ma'am Nabuka was there, and this is her report.
This integrated event was held on Iowa campus grounds and brought together microbiologists, public health professionals, veterinarians, and environmental scientists to discuss pressing health challenges facing the Gambia, including antimicrobial resistance, zoonotic diseases, and climate change-related health threats. The Health Symposium featured a series of presentations and discussions led by experts in the field of microbiology, who shared insights on various topics including infectious diseases, antibiotic resistance, and the importance of microbiological research in improving health outcomes. The highlight of the event, however, was the official launching of the American Society for Microbiology chapter at the University of the Gambia, creating a new platform for student engagement, research, and leadership in microbiology. This is especially significant as for the first time, Gambian students will be offered a structured platform to connect with the global ASM network capacity building opportunities and actively contribute to microbiology research and solutions. The aim is to advance microbiology in the Gambia while safeguarding public health through innovation, collaboration, and education. Professor Weleje Obas, the acting Vice-Chancellor of Iowa, stated that this is a step towards creating a healthier, safer, and more sustainable world for present and future generations.
Let us remember that public health is not only a technical matter, it is a profoundly moral endeavor rooted in our shared humanity and our common destiny.
Dr. Hadiba, a scientist at the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, shared that this collaboration across disciplines is the only way forward in promoting human, animal, and environmental health.
By coming together, sharing knowledge, and building membership, we can find innovative and practical solutions that will make a real difference.
Safia Tudabo, the representative of the American Society for Microbiology, highlighted that the launch of the ASM UTG chapter, if fueled by vision and perseverance, can grow into something powerful.
We have created opportunities for young Gambian scientists to present their work and build confidence and see themselves as part of the bigger scientific community. The launch of our student chapter today secures the future of microbiology in the Gambia.
Lamin Sonko, a fifth-year medical student and the president of the ASM UTG chapter, expanded on the importance of this initiative.
We'll have seminars and we also have symposia just like this one, where we get to meet with scientists and learn the major causes of these problems from the microbiology level, have the ability to tackle from that area, and then we'll be able to have a strength in combating disease that we are facing in the country. Already we have created a group, a form of a task force committee where we try to incorporate in all the presidents of the sub-association within UTG.
The symposium concluded with optimism, marking the launch of ASM Gambia, a vital platform empowering students, advancing research, and fostering One Health collaborations to strengthen sustainable public health solutions. Mam Nabuka, reporting for QTV News.
Coming up next is international news. Former Defense Minister and an outspoken government critic, Marguerite Nyagade, has been arrested in Togo, security sources confirm. The sister-in-law of longtime leader for Nyasimbe, Madame Nyagade, had recently demanded his resignation and urged the military to side with citizens in bringing an end to more than 6 decades of family rule. Our Bob has more.
Marguerite Nyakade's arrest in the capital Lome has deepened tensions after months of protest against the country's entrenched ruling family. A police source speaking to AFP said she was detained for serious acts, including her recent public appearance inciting the military to rebellion. Local reports said Nyakade's sister-in-law to long-serving leader for Nyasingbe was picked up at home on Wednesday and taken in for questioning. In recent months, she had published articles urging Nyasingbe to resign and calling for a peaceful, inclusive national transition. Her arrest follows a deadly crackdown in late June when civil society groups and Amnesty International reported 7 deaths during anti-government demonstrations in Lome. Several bodies were found in nearby lagoons. Authorities acknowledged the recoveries but attributed the deaths to drowning. Opposition coalition Touche Pas à ma Constitution, which translates as Don't Touch My Constitution, condemned the arrest as unlawful, alleging that officers acted without a warrant and demanding Nyakade's immediate release alongside other detainees. A youth-led movement, M66, issued a 72-hour ultimatum for her release, warning of nationwide protest. Togo has been in turmoil since a 2024-2025 constitutional overhaul that downgraded the presidency to a largely ceremonial post and created a powerful precedent of the Council of Ministers, a role without term limits that Parliament appointed Nyasingbe to in May. This allowed him to, in effect, carry on as president. Critics call the move a constitutional coup. Nyasingbe has led Togo since 2005, succeeding his father Nyasingbe Iyadema, who ruled from 1967, marking nearly 6 decades of one family's dominance. Judicial sources quoted by local media say the allegations against Nyakade, reportedly including ties to exiled opposition figures and appeals to the military, could carry long prison terms if proven. Officials have not publicly detailed specific charges. It remains to be seen whether the arrest of such a high-profile and family critic silences the anger or makes the opposition bolder. For QTV News, I am Our Bob.
Up next is sports news. Latrikunda German Upper Basic School emerged as champions of this year's QSL-sponsored Gambia Secondary School Sports Football Championship female category held at Jara Soma. Our regional correspondent Bakari Baldi watched the final and he filed this report.
A single goal from Idalo scored from the penalty spot in the 23rd minute after Betisalo was fouled by a St. Vincent de Paul Upper Basic School defender secured the championship for Latrikunda German Upper Basic School in the female category. Both teams displayed strong football in the first half, with Latrikunda utilizing their wingers to penetrate the opposition. St. Vincent de Paul fought hard in the second half, but were unable to convert their chances. Hassan Sedikan from Q Money reiterated QCell's commitment to sponsoring such important events.
Mohamed Dia is a Gambian by nationality, and as we all knew, he is contributing a lot towards the success of this country, and also even at the side of the youth as well. This is the only way to unite us as a Gambian, or to unite us as a youth. This event is organized by the youth, and youths are participating in this program.
Abdul Karim C, chairman of competitions at the Gambia Secondary School Sports Association, praised QCell for their partnership and for providing essential support for the championship.
We want to heartily thank QCell for coming out with this package to sponsor this summer football organized by Gambia Secondary School Sports Association. We have realized the cash amount of 250,000, which is provided, the 8 set of jerseys, the 50,000 QCell credits, and all other materials that are being provided. Our schools, we have the talent. Bringing this sponsor to sponsor our competitions will encourage our schools to produce talents for this country.
We also spoke to Buba So, the head coach of St. Vincent de Paul Upper School, and Samuel B. Koroma, the head coach of Latrikunda German Upper School, who shared their thoughts after the game.
I feel happy. Yeah, although, we lose the trophy, but the way my team played the second half, like some of my players, the way they play in first half, that caused us to lose this final,
The preparation starts since last year when we are defeated by presentation in the semi-final, and we make it by all costs that this year we must take the trophy to Region 1. Thanks the organization, to thank our partner this year, QCell, for supporting us.
Latrikunda German Upper School took home a giant trophy and gold medals as champions of the UBS female category, while runners-up St. Vincent de Paul Upper School received silver medals. Unlike previous years, this year's winners will retain the trophy as part of their school's sports archive. Bakari Balde, QTV News.
That's all we have for you in this news bulletin. Join us again tomorrow at 8 p.m. for another bulletin. Until then, thanks for watching.